Okay. Are we coming through loud and clear? Hope so. I hope we are. Let's see what's happening. Hey guys. Hello. Who's going to join me today? Do let me know if the picture is okay, if it's coming through loud and clear. Looks okay from my end. I'm going to go live on Instagram in a second as well. So who's here? As you start to join, say hello. We're talking about pricing today. We're talking about pricing your online yoga course. Pricing your online yoga course is what we're talking about today. So who's here with me? Say hi. Just check in. Just let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. Can you hear me, see me okay? Am I coming through loud and clear? Who's here today with me? As you start to join. Hey Leslie, hello, how are you? How are you doing? So I'm going to connect in to Instagram as well. Whilst we're here, do that now, and we'll just wait a few moments. See who else is going to join me today. So hello on Instagram. You're joining me, Kelly McHugh. I'm the founder of Digital Yoga Academy. Here every single week for these live trainings. Today I'm talking about online courses and how to price your online yoga course. Pricing is a big one, isn't it? Something we all worry about at some point throughout this process. So as you start to join, guys, say hello. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Where are you? Those of you on Instagram and those of you here in the Facebook group, say hello. Thank you for joining me. Andra, Detox Lifestyle. Who else we got? Emily, Leslie, Rose. Hey, Rose. How's everyone doing? Forward We Grow. Who else have we got? MGH Consulting. Shashira, Felix, hello, Mahesh, hello, Caitlin, hey guys, where are you guys? Phoenix, Almaty, Kazakhstan, nice, India, hey, hi Caitlin, loud and clear, brilliant, coming through loud and clear, thank you Lisa, amazing guys, well thank you for being here with me today. And yeah, thank you for being here. So I'm talking about pricing today, pricing your online yoga course. So for those of you who already have an online yoga course, could you share in the comments what your course is priced at? Hello, Christina, Stretching Greens, Ronnie. Hey guys, where are you all watching from? Talking about pricing your online yoga course. So if you've got an online yoga course, what are you currently pricing your course at? Share with me in the comments. Do you already have a course and what is it priced at? Because I think this is a bit of a hot topic, isn't it, for a lot of us? And actually, I'm really excited to talk about this today because I want to, well, I hope to change your mind on a few things. And whether you are, whether you price your course high or low or something in between, the main thing that I want you to take from today's training with me is confidence. Like, you have to feel confident with your price point, okay? It has to be something that you're really excited about and you know in your heart of hearts that you're getting paid the right amount for the course and the value that's inside the course and what you're offering. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So online courses in general, okay, I'm not necessarily talking about yoga courses here, but online courses in general are priced between $100 and $2,000, but some courses can actually end up being more than that. Like, I often see online courses for various things being sold at 2 and 3K, yeah? So know that you're not bound by a certain price. This is about the value that you're offering your students, okay? So don't get into this trap of underpricing because you assume that, no one's going to buy your course, okay? That's a common one, that we think no one's going to buy it if we price it too high, so therefore we end up undercharging. And that's actually counterintuitive to how people look at pricing. And I want you to have a think about your own behavior, because when people see low prices for online courses, they actually assume that it's low quality and that the course isn't going to be very helpful to them or very useful to them. The other thing that happens is that if you pay for an online course, and again, I want you to have a think about your own behavior, but if you buy a course that's $100 or below, or £100 or below, more likely that it's going to sit in your inbox and you'll keep putting it off actually going through the course. I can certainly put my hand up on that one. Okay, I've definitely enrolled in courses that are $100 or less and not really done much with them. Okay, and so I think, you know, when that happens, we're less invested into it. So really, you want to charge a price that really conveys the value that you're giving inside your course. If your audience really deems your course as valuable, yeah, and necessary, which is what we want, yeah, we want them to look at your course offering and see that that's really valuable, it's really necessary, it's something that they need right now, then the price hardly matters, because what's happening here is that you're solving a problem for them. You're solving a big problem for them, something that they really want to learn about, or, you know, something that's been bugging them for some time. Okay, so they're going to want to invest their money into it regardless of the price. And pricing is definitely an objection that you might get as you put your online course out there. But actually, it's an objection because of mindset. It's a mindset shift that we have to be ready to make as, you know, the student of the course, to actually make that decision to invest into ourselves. And if we can see the value, if you can, as the course creator, can portray the value that your course is offering, then you're more likely to be able to overcome those objections around price. And, you know, obviously it has to be within someone's budget, or they have to be able to find the money from somewhere, you know, if it's not necessarily money that they have in their bank account right now. But pricing does not matter as much as you think it does. Yeah, the positioning of your online course is the positioning of your online course, and the value that you're providing inside your course, that matters way more. So for those of you that are thinking about creating an online course, and I know lots of you are, do you have a price point in mind? I want you to share it with me in the comments. Do you have a price point in mind right now that you can share with us here on Instagram and also in the Facebook group? Have you guys got a price point? Like, what do you think will be the price of your first online course? Okay, so share that with us in the comments. So you might have a price in mind, or maybe, you know, you're wondering just how much you actually could charge for it. So as you share in the comments, guys, I want everyone to share. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. So Jenny says 5-day course, £50. Okay, so keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Whatever comes to mind, whatever comes to mind. Because likelihood is that you do have an idea for your course, and you've probably thought about what it could look like and so on. And that's great. It's great to have an idea. One caveat of that is that I will say is that we do need to validate our ideas. Yeah, I've done trainings on this before about validating your ideas. But if you're wanting to, you know, open up your business model to have online courses, then you've probably got some ideas up here. And with that, you might have a price point in mind as well. So do share that. But, you know, maybe you're also kind of, you know, as Leslie's saying, she's got no idea right now. You know, maybe you're kind of thinking what you could charge for it. I want you to have a think about this, okay? If you were to take a client through the content that you've got in your mind right now, if you were to take a client through that content in a one-on-one setting, how much would that cost them? Yeah, if you were going to take someone through that content one-to-one, how much would that cost them? Yeah, so just compare the price that you've got in your head, yeah, or your online course with that, yeah, how much it would cost them if it was one-to-one. And then also reflect on how much time, effort, energy, and money did it take you to learn what you're teaching inside your online course. So that content, how much time has it taken for you to learn that? How much time has it taken for you to learn that? So today's training is about pricing your online course. And yeah, how much time, effort, energy, money did it take you to learn this content that you're now going to share in your online course? Okay, and don't discount anything that's self-taught here. Years, Lisa says, exactly, years and years. And gosh, how much money have you invested in your knowledge that you're going to share in your online course? And then also think about convenience, okay? Because one of the biggest selling points of online courses is that the student can learn on their own time, okay? Whenever they want, wherever they want, you know, without leaving the comfort of their own home, you know, and they can use it as a resource, like in the future, okay? So this convenience factor really shouldn't be, you know, factored out of the price. Yeah, it should be factored into the price. And then the other thing to have a think about here is, what is the future return on investment, okay, of the thing that you're teaching them? So is it going to, I mean, we always think about investment in terms of money, but also like, how is it going to improve the quality of their life? Yeah. And if you want to put that in relation to money, maybe saving on doctor's bills, health bills, yeah? Or, you know, will they actually make money from going through your course, your online course? Is it going to save them money? Is it going to save them time? So what is the return on their investment that they're going to get out of it? You know, the improvement to the quality of their life, making money, saving time, all of these things, okay? So we've really got to be comparing this. Yeah, we've got to be comparing. What are we thinking about comparing your online course to that one-on-one setting, reflecting on, you know, the time and the effort and the money that you've spent to be able to teach this to somebody, and then the convenience factor, and then also that future return on investment. And these are considerations when it comes to pricing your course. Yeah, the pricing of your course should reflect these things. Okay, so you might be realizing right now as I talk through this that it can be appropriate and fair to charge a premium price for your course. Yeah, and just really think about the results. Always come back to the results that you're promising inside of your course. Yeah, how much time you can save someone when they go through your course and get those results. Yeah, so have a think about that. So let's have a look at some of these prices. What prices have we got? What have you guys come up with? $1,000. Amazingly, so well done. 120 for £120 or dollars, I guess that is, for a 6-week course. We've got Mark, £47 for hip mobility training for athletes. We've got 5 1-hour classes for 100. Any more, guys? Any more? Tell me. Because if you're thinking of charging anything that's under $100 or under £100, you're definitely undercharging. Yeah, I believe anything under that price point is undercharging. So, and when I say that, it might feel uncomfortable. But that's okay. Okay, this is about a process of you understanding and connecting with the value that you are offering inside your course, and really understanding the transformation that you're offering people. And we don't just pluck a price out of thin air anyway. As you go through a course creation process, there are steps that you take to find your course idea, validate the course idea with your students. There's a number of things that you need to do there. Outline the course, craft it so that you're really adding lots of perceived value into it, and then coming to your price. So we're not just plucking a price out of thin air, but you really shouldn't base the price on how much content is in it or how long it took you to create. Okay, we shouldn't base the price on that. And I've given you some ideas, some thoughts to really reflect on when it comes to the pricing. And inside the Profitable Yoga Teacher, which some of you are in, and I know some of you are thinking about joining, which is my 6-month program where teachers like you guys can learn how to create and launch their first online course. I actually teach you to create an online course valued at $500 and above. Yes, Caitlin, exactly. 500 for a 6-week course. So in my program, I teach you guys how to create and launch an online course that's valued at $500 plus. And the reason for this, some of you might be freaking out when you hear that, but the reason for this, well, there's a couple of reasons which we'll go through, is because I want you, when you're creating your first course, to focus on the value and the transformation of the course. Remember, guys, yoga is transformational. Yeah, you have so much to share, like your gifts in terms of yoga and what you're sharing with your community are transformational. Okay, people buy transformation. Yeah, people buy courses because they want the outcome. That's why people buy courses. That's why people enroll in courses. And yes, there's a number of things that go into that for you to be able to understand, how it's emotionally driven in terms of the messaging that you put out there and how you promote your course and the wording that you use, because you need to do that inner work around your ideal student and really understand what it is that they need from you. But it's really about that promise, right? The promise that your course offers. Yeah. So I want you to create your course offering to provide so much value to your ideal students and really put your heart and soul into it and over deliver on the value side. And over deliver so that you can charge more and feel confident in the value and the transformation that you're offering. And the other reason is that if your course is priced at $500, let's say, you don't need as many students to hit your income goal. Okay, so let's say that your income goal is $5,000. Okay, and I always talk in dollars because the majority of my community, the teachers in my community, are in America. So I usually talk in dollars. But let's say that your income goal is $5,000 or £5,000 or wherever you are in the world, and working backwards, we're going to say, okay, get a pen and paper for this because I'm going to throw some numbers at you. But we're going to say your conversion rate is 2%, okay? And this is an industry average when it comes to online courses and the online education space, okay? And it's considered good. 2 to 5%, but let's just say at 2%. So what this actually means is 2% of your email list are going to buy your course. Okay, 2% of your email list, not 2% of the people who follow you on Instagram, but 2% of your email list are going to buy your course. And then the price of your course is $500, okay? And it's incredible. It's an amazing course that you've crafted and created to really hit home with that big transformation for people. Yeah, it's going to really create impact in someone's life. So that means that you need 10 people to buy your course. Okay, 10 people. 10 people in the whole wide world, in the whole world, that you need to buy your course, your $500 course, to make $5,000. Does that make sense? Now, going back to the 2% conversion, those 10 people would need to be in an email list of 500 email addresses. Okay, so that's where your 2% conversion comes in, because 2% of 500, so let's say you've got 500 subscribers on your email list, okay, 500 people in your community, 2% is 10 people, okay, 10 students for your course that you need to convert, okay? So, you know, as we're growing our business, we are attracting people into our business for using various strategies. We are nurturing those relationships, you know, through email and maybe having a Facebook group and so on. We're nurturing those relationships, and then we're converting those relationships into paying students into our offerings, okay? So we're attracting, we're nurturing, we're converting. And the easiest way to launch your course is actually to build a small but engaged email list, yeah? And this is people who are genuinely interested in your course content, okay? Because then what you do is you launch your course to that list, okay? And there's a number of things that you need to do in order to, you know, share content that's going to really educate people, and, you know, through a pre-launch phase. So again, this is all stuff that I teach in the Profitable Yoga Teacher, is like the phases of launching and the types of content and messaging that you need in those phases to move people along. It's about relationship. That is essentially what marketing is about. It's about building relationships and communicating the solution that you offer to somebody's problem, okay? That's marketing. So when you have, you know, you have your list of ideal students, your subscribers, who know, like, and trust you because you've been doing all of this work to share amazing content with them, and you've been supporting them and helping them, some of those people will convert and go on to buy your course, yeah? Some of them will. And in the beginning, like your first course launch, let's say, you might not hit your income goals straight away, okay? And that's okay. That's okay, because we're building a sustainable business here for the long run, for the long term. And it really depends on how much work you've put into growing your email list, okay? If you've only got 100 people on your email list, you know, you've been working at it, but you've been using some of the strategies but not everything, then you're not necessarily going to get those 10 people signing up. So it really does depend on how much work, how much you've persisted, how much you've been consistent in growing your email list and really focusing on that. It all depends on the numbers. So growing your community is so important. It's so important. This isn't just about creating and launching an online course. We need to grow that community first. And that's why, you know, for the Profitable Yoga Teacher program, really the first part of that program is focused on growing and nurturing an engaged community, okay? And then after you've launched your first course, I really want you to stay focused and really give yourself a full year to launch and relaunch and relaunch again, okay? So this means you launch a course, you get feedback, you tweak it, you launch it again, you get more feedback, and yes, you might not hit your course revenue goals, your income goals the first time around, and that's okay. But depending on what that number is, it's more likely that you hit it on the second or the third launch. Okay, that's what I see in my community and what I've seen for myself. Yeah, that's what I've seen for myself. I always say this isn't like a get rich quick scheme. It isn't. This is about you understanding what's working, what's not working, and really, you know, working to build a sustainable business that's going to keep you teaching for years and years to come, so that you're not reliant on the studio model and the hustling and everything else that comes with that. but you can take ownership of your business and create a online asset, a digital asset that you can sell again and again and again and again, and you can scale it. Like, we lift the ceiling of our income potential. Okay, so that's what it's about. So you always have to remember it's a long-term strategy. Like, you're learning the framework to launch and how to create your course, like your asset. And then you have plenty of opportunities to relaunch your course, using the strategies that you're learning. So I guess a little bit off topic there in terms of pricing, which is what we're talking about today, but it's all part of the parcel, because what I'm talking about here is you hitting your income goals. And of course, pricing has is integrated into that. It's part of that. So I guess why I'm saying that is because a lot of teachers, they get a little bit scared when it comes to pricing over $100. And I just want you to realize that it's not a case of, putting your course out there, oh, you don't hit your goals and that's it, we're giving up. No, we keep going, right? We keep going. So it's important to realize, and I said this before, that pricing isn't just about picking a number, right? We're validating, we're getting that feedback, we're creating, putting all that value in, high value, and then we're pricing it based on all of those things. So there's really a process. It's a process and a number of steps. And again, I teach that inside the Profitable Yoga Teacher. For those of you who are thinking about joining the program with me, there's a wait list actually that's gone out at the moment. So if you guys on Instagram, if you want to learn more about the program, go to the link in my bio, and there's a wait list, a VIP wait list that's been launched. I've shared it in the Facebook group as well, and you guys will get information on Friday, okay? But the normal enrollment opens for the program on the 5th of August. So if you join the wait list, you get a $500 discount. So but these are all the types of things and the steps and the framework that I do teach inside the program. And another thing that I teach is about positioning, learning how to position your course so that your students really understand that value and that transformation that they're going to be getting, because that is key. That's key in order for you to, to make your course sell like hotcakes. So positioning is key. I mean, that's how I'm able to consistently sell my programs no matter what the price. It's because of the positioning. And that positioning allows your community to understand, to really have clarity on the transformation, what they're going to get from this. What is the return on their investment? What are they going to get from it, from going through your program? And that return on investment is directly related to the issue that they have right now. Does that make sense? So it's how we communicate it, Eddie. Positioning is about how we communicate it, how we promote it, how we market it. Where do we fit it in the marketplace? Okay, where do we position it? And this is really about, you understanding your people, you understanding your community. And I think, if I just run through kind of the main takeaways of today, is really to come at this with the intention of understanding what the transformation is that our students want and need. What is that outcome that they desire? What is the outcome that they desire? I talk about this so much because it's so important. Anything you create, whether it's an online course or a retreat or a workshop, whatever it might be, we need to understand what is the benefit of somebody going through this with us. We want to sell the benefits. We don't want to sell features like, oh, it's happening on Wednesday at 6 p.m. That's a feature. We want to sell the benefits and really be emotionally driven in how we share that, so that people can connect to it and people can, or straight away, see that this relates to them. They understand, oh, this is for me. So that's what we want to be able to understand. And then, packaging and crafting and creating a course that really provides a solution to the issue, that they have. you know, it offers that outcome or the transformation that they desire. We want to make sure we've done the work to really ensure that we are addressing that in the program, in the course. And then putting your heart and soul into the course, yeah, to really over deliver and offer real value so that your students perceive it as such high value, yeah, and you've launched it in a way that they're lining up for it, they're ready for it, yeah. And this is why it's a process. This is why it's a process of first building up your community, taking them through that launch process, that education phase, everything else that's going to go into lining people up for your course, because you know and you have that confidence that what you have to offer really does provide a transformation to people. Does that make sense, guys? And you know, if you can come away from this and have those three intentions, then it's going to really allow you to charge at least $500 for your online course, because you've really done the work to, you know, you've put your heart and soul in it, and you know in your bones that this is amazing for people. And why would they not want to join you as their teacher to go through this transformation with you? Why would they not want to do that? People are looking for ways to improve their life. Yeah, people are looking for ways to improve the quality of their life, because let's face it, we have a lot to deal with in this world. You know, we want to find that inner peace. And you as a yoga teacher, all of you here, you have the tools, you have the learning, you have everything that you need inside of you to share that with your people. And, you know, I think we need to connect to it, and we need to believe in ourselves to be able to provide that support to people. Yeah, this is about us leveling up and really showing up in the world for the people who connect with us. We're not going to do this for everyone. We do it with our people, right? So this isn't a Zoom class. Like, this isn't a Zoom class. This isn't a you know, something. You're not creating something that you're going to put on YouTube here. This is your online course that provides real transformation. Yeah. Okay. It's a lot that I've shared with you today. Let's have a look at some of your questions, guys. Let's have a look. I want you to be really confident about this. I want you to be really, really confident. And it's what I'll finish on here before I answer some of your questions is it's okay if you feel nervous about your price. Yeah, it's okay. We all do that. But you need to own it. You need to own it, because that will come through when you sell it. Yeah, you want to feel really confident that the value that you are providing is more than you know, the worth. It's more than worth the cost. It's more than worth the cost, the value that you're providing. You want to be so confident on that. Okay, so let's have a look at some of your questions, guys, before I finish up today. Hey, Stephanie, hello. Lisa, sign up for the wait list. Thank you. Do you teach about ebooks, or is it mainly video focus? Yeah, we talk about opt-in freebies. We talk about all of that, ebooks and so on, all the things that you can create. I also go through evergreen funnels. Yeah, exactly. Do all of that. What else have we got? Do you ever have courses that also use live sessions, or have you always stuck to recorded content? No, actually, so for instance, the Profitable Yoga Teacher, my favorite type of course to offer is a course that has live elements to it. Okay, so the Profitable Yoga Teacher, there's like 20 plus hours of recorded video content, lessons where I'm talking you through all of the various strategies, but then I'm also going live every week doing Q&As and coaching sessions inside a community, and I love that. That's how I love to be able to teach my content. And by doing that, you're adding more value. You can charge more for that because you're adding value, because you're showing up. Whereas if you have an evergreen course, which is like a home study course that somebody can just buy at any time, so they go through your funnel, they'll have signed up for you know, a freebie, and then they'll have had an email sequence, and during that email sequence they'll be sold the the course. So that's an evergreen. They can do that anytime. Chances are there's no live elements with that because that's just happening at any time. So you can charge more for courses and programs that have you part of it as in a live kind of setting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go. So, and actually, you know, if you are on if you're at the start of this journey, I always recommend that you start with live courses. Yeah, so you might record some content, but it's, you know, your students are starting the course on the same day and finishing the course on the same day. Only go into an evergreen model once you've launched your live course like 3 or 4 times, like you've gone through it. Remember what I was saying about spending at least a year launching, relaunching, launching, getting feedback, understanding what works, what doesn't work. Only when you've done that work do you then want to take that and make it into an evergreen model, okay? Because if you just go with an evergreen model at the beginning, you've not done you've not done the optimizing, you've not got the data to tell you what works and what doesn't work. So evergreen models are like further down the line for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. So Lisa says, so you have to get 500 emails, new emails each month. No, not each month. So you're assuming more of the same list eventually buys. No, you just want to keep growing your email list. You want to keep growing your email list. I mean, in the Profitable Yoga Teacher program, I teach you how to, we start with that, right? So, well, we start with mindset work and getting your foundations in place, but then we start with, we work on boosting your email list, okay? So we're straight into that from the get-go because I want you to be growing your email list, listening to your community, doing all of that work, and before we start moving into the creation process of your course, because you can't actually start on the creation process of your course until you've got a community there, because you need to be able to validate the ideas of your course with your community. If there's no community there, you can't validate it. So then we start doing it at the same time. So you start creating as you continue to build your community. So yeah, it's not 500 a month. I mean, that would be amazing if you could get 500 a month, you'd be killing it. But you know, it's just experimenting, seeing what's working, seeing what's resonating in terms of opt-in freebies. You'll try various different things and so on, you know. So like working with partners, doing collaborations. There's so many ways that you can grow your list. Okay, what's happening over here on Facebook? Let's just have a look. Yeah, so Leslie says, can I offer a transformational course as well as a membership for online classes? So I think if you've been teaching on Zoom, the next kind of logical stage is to do some pre-recorded content, and you could offer that as like a membership for your Zoom students. So something like Instabook is a really good platform where it's a booking platform, but also it allows you to create libraries, and then you could have a subscription model there as well. And those students would be the ideal students to then kind of funnel across to an online course, which would be your transformational course. So it's almost like it's about a value ladder. Yeah, it's a value ladder. So it's like you are looking at extending the relationship with your students. Yeah, how can you extend that relationship for as long as possible and move them up that value ladder? So they come in with like a Zoom class, then maybe they pay $20 or $30 or whatever it might be for, you know, being able to access content on a monthly basis, like a kind of little membership or subscription model. Then you'd move them up to the next tier, which would be the online course. And all the while you're extending the relationship, and in turn you're extending the value of that relationship. Does that make sense, guys? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Oh, sorry about that. Somebody just tried to ring me. Okay, my loves, I think I'm going to love you and leave you for today. Do you guys all know about the summit? So I'm running a summit the 1st to the 5th of August. It's called the 2020 Yoga Entrepreneur Online Summit. You guys are invited, the 2020 Yoga Entrepreneur Global Summit, and you're all invited. So do go and check that out. If you're on my email list, I've definitely sent an email about it. If you're on Instagram, go and check the link in the bio. And here in Facebook group, I've posted about it. So yeah, if there's any questions, do let me know. Just send me a DM, send me a message, and I'll see you guys. Oh gosh, you know what? I think I've got a postman at my door and he's trying to ring. He keeps calling on my phone. So sorry about that, guys, on Instagram. But I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you guys next week. Send me a message if you have any more questions. Okay, lots of love. Bye.